Welcome to Golden Stories. Buckle up because this one will make your blood boil and your heart pound at the same time. If you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe. It's always fire on this channel. It was a calm afternoon at a gas station off the highway. Cars hummed in and out, people minded their business, and the only drama was the price on the pump. A black woman named Renee, dressed in a sharp work suit after a long day at the office, stood by her car filling up her tank. She wasn't flashy, wasn't loud, just a hardworking woman on her way home. But to one toxic woman across the lot, Renee was nothing but a target. Out stormed a middle-aged white woman with hair as stiff as her attitude, sunglasses pushed up like she was running the FBI. Her voice cracked across the air. "Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's not your pump. You people are always stealing." She didn't whisper it. She projected it like she wanted the whole parking lot to hear. Heads turned, phones half raised. Some smirked, some shook their heads, but no one stepped in. Renee froze, her hands still on the pump, her mind racing. Stealing? This was her car, her card, her gas. But before she could respond, the woman was already dialing 911, pacing in circles like she just caught a fugitive. "Yes, officer, a black woman is here stealing gas. She's threatening me." The lies rolled out of her mouth smoother than the gas rolling into Renee's tank. Every eye at the station locked onto Renee as the woman pointed and shouted, her finger trembling with fake outrage. A mother with kids muttered, "This is disgusting." A truck driver leaned on his horn like it was a show. The humiliation was sharp, cutting deep, and Renee's jaw clenched as the tears threatened to rise, but she refused to break. If you're enjoying this story so far, hit that like button and subscribe, because what happens next will shake this entire gas station to its core. The racist woman wasn't satisfied with just pointing and lying. No, she wanted a full-blown circus. She stomped closer, heels clicking against the pavement like a villain in some cheap movie. "You better pay for my gas right now," she shrieked, waving her phone in Renee's face. "Or I'll make sure the police drag you out of here in cuffs like the criminal you are." The crowd stiffened. Some folks laughed nervously, others shook their heads, but nobody dared to interfere. The racist woman puffed her chest out like she owned the station, spitting venom with every word. "This pump doesn't belong to you. Nothing here belongs to you. Pay, or I swear you'll regret it." Renee's hands trembled, not from fear, but from the sheer humiliation of being attacked so openly. She had receipts, she had proof, but logic meant nothing to someone this twisted. She tried to stay calm, her voice steady. "Ma'am, this is my car, my card. Please step back." But the woman only laughed, a cruel sound that carried over the rumble of idling engines. "Oh, look at her, trying to act civilized. Sweetheart, I know your type," the woman sneered, practically foaming at the mouth. "You people lie, cheat, and then cry victim. Not this time." She spun to the onlookers. "Y'all see this? She's stealing gas, and when the cops get here, she'll be crying about racism. Pathetic." The humiliation burned hotter than the sun overhead. Renee's chest rose and fell, her eyes shining with hurt, but she stood tall. The racist woman was circling her like a vulture, demanding money, demanding surrender, demanding a public breakdown. And just when the tension was about to snap, the sound of another car pulling up changed everything. The crowd shifted, heads turning. Someone new had just entered the battlefield. If you're enjoying how this story is unfolding, like and subscribe right now, because the twist that's about to drop will make your jaw hit the floor. The crowd's attention shifted as a sleek black SUV rolled to a stop beside the chaos. Out stepped a tall man in a dark suit, polished shoes clicking against the concrete, his presence radiating calm authority. He adjusted his cufflinks, took one look at Renee's face, and then at the red-faced woman spewing venom in the middle of the lot. He didn't rush, he didn't shout, he simply walked closer, each step sending ripples through the onlookers. Renee exhaled shakily, relief flashing in her eyes. This was her husband, Marcus. The racist woman didn't even blink. She turned her fury on him instantly. "Oh, perfect. Another one. Come to help your thief of a wife? You two really think you can just roll up here and steal gas like it's free?" Her voice cracked as she jabbed her finger at Renee, her theatrics now upgraded with a shaky attempt to intimidate both of them. Marcus tilted his head, calm as ever. "Stealing gas?" His voice was low, measured, and dangerously composed. He glanced at Renee's car, the receipt fluttering in her hand, then back at the woman shrieking like a siren. You sure about that claim? The racist woman scoffed, mistaking his composure for weakness. Oh, I'm sure. The cops are on their way, and when they get here, you'll be begging me for mercy. Maybe I'll even press charges for harassment. You people are all the same, loud, lazy, and lying. A collective gasp spread through the crowd. Even those who had stayed quiet were shaking their heads now, murmuring under their breath. But Marcus didn't flinch. He simply stepped forward, eye to eye with the woman, his presence swallowing hers whole. The air grew heavy, thick with suspense. Everyone knew. Something was about to go down, something she clearly wasn't ready for. If this story has you hooked, hit that like button and subscribe, because what Marcus reveals next will turn this entire gas station into a stage for the downfall of the year. Marcus's calm gaze never wavered as the racist woman puffed up her chest, still spewing venom. You think you're slick, huh? Wait until the cops get here. You'll both be on the evening news as gas thieves, she barked, trying to sound powerful while her voice cracked under the weight of her own arrogance. Marcus took a slow breath, then pulled out a sleek leather wallet. With precision, he flipped it open and held it steady for everyone to see. The golden badge glinted under the station lights. The crowd gasped. The racist woman's words choked in her throat like shattered glass. I'm Chief Marcus Holloway, he said, his voice cutting through the air like a blade. Head of Internal Affairs. I investigate crimes, false reports, and abuse of emergency services, which just so happens to include lying to 911. He let the words hang, heavy and sharp. The woman's face drained of color. She stammered, you can't be serious. But the crowd erupted. Some laughed, others clapped, and a few pulled out their phones, recording every second. Her fake confidence melted into panic as Marcus leaned in closer. You just tried to ruin my wife's life with a lie, he said, tone steady as steel. That call you made? It's already logged. False reporting. Harassment. And trust me, those charges stick. You wanted a show? Congratulations, you're the star. Renee finally allowed a small smile to cross her face, the humiliation she endured flipping like a coin. The racist woman staggered backward, hands trembling, her sunglasses slipping down her nose. The same crowd she tried to use as an audience for her cruelty now stood united against her, whispering, laughing, capturing her downfall in crisp HD. Marcus didn't need to raise his voice, didn't need to threaten. He simply straightened his suit, placed an arm around Renee, and turned his back on the woman as she shrank beneath the weight of her own wickedness. The sweetest revenge wasn't rage, it was exposure, and she had just been stripped bare for the world to see. This has been Golden Stories. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We bring you the realest, rawest stories that expose wickedness and celebrate the sweetest comebacks. Stay tuned, because you never know what's coming next.